Okay guys, welcome to another Creativerse episode. I'm here on my solo world, and today I thought I'd do a little bit of a kind of a change of pace. I decided that it's long past time that I actually went and got myself the Lumite mining cell and maybe, you know, a sword and some armor, because I actually have never crafted a Lumite mining cell yet. I'm so focused on building usually in my kind of playing of games like this that I often just don't end up kind of leaving the progression. Do I really need the new stuff? And at this point I'm kind of thinking, okay, it's a drag making these diamond cells all the time. I need some more stuff. And you know, some people have been saying it'd be nice to have a bit of a change from the building, so I thought, hey, it'd be a good time maybe to go back to the corruption and do a little bit of stuff. I also want to get the super extractor recipe, which can be gotten down there, I believe, from the chests or drops from the thing, or perhaps both. I could actually be kind of cheap in getting it if I wanted to. Oh, just a second. I'm just going to take a sip of my drink. I'm sitting here with a lovely, massive mug full of chai latte. But anyway, yeah, I could be a little bit cheap, and I could go into the Mulberry Villa world and go into the awesome recipe library there, and I'm pretty sure they've got a few super extractor recipes, but I thought that I'd feel a bit cheap doing that. I thought it'd be good to get the recipe the real way and go on a Lumite quest, or a corruption quest, I suppose. Anyway, I've, between this and the last video, I've done a lot of work on this guy. I've got most of it built, so let's have a look. So in the corners I kind of hit into this and go, wee! Whoa! And here I kind of drift off because I haven't put in the iron railing yet. I just did not have enough iron lying around. Whoa! Oh! So stuff like that happens. But that's actually kind of convenient because I wanted to show you the look side view of it down here anyway. A lot of it's been built. And I've kind of built it just up to here, which is kind of near where my mining area is. And I've got a few other ideas for things that might go on around here. So this is kind of like a milestone. Getting it to this point here was kind of a place I wanted to get it to. And the actual quarry has been shown in a previous video, but I'll show it again here because I do know that there's kind of just my view statistics. Oh god, I've actually lost it. It's over here. Just my view statistics, I know that there's a fair few people that have watched the later episodes that might not have seen some of the earlier ones. So I will show you guys this guy. So this is where I started getting all of the stone for my base, and as you can see, it got fairly big. Oh, nice. There's a chest of it. Let's see if I can. No. Okay, so I guess that's a little bit of an introduction into how dangerous it is there. Just a minute and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I am back. Unfortunately, the chest had actually vanished by the time I got back. I somehow managed to break my mining cell while I was down there, so I had to get a new one. And I tested out the corruption resistance potions to see if they still last for 10 minutes, and they do. Because I was half expecting that might have been changed in one of the updates because it's been a while since I've used one. Because I feel like the potions are quite cheap, and lasting 10 minutes kind of makes the environmental effects of the corruption kind of a trifle, really. They're not really a big deal just because they're so easy to negate. So I felt like maybe just reducing their time to like 5 minutes or maybe even 3 would have been quite a reasonable thing to do. But yeah, they still last 10 minutes, so I'm good for almost 2 hours here. So yeah, this is my my mining hole. It's quite expansive. It's actually and here's where I went to hunt for tar. I made a massive tunnel there. The trouble is, I have completely forgotten where my route into the corruption is. So we're going to be finding it again. Or just making a whole new path. And these damn hot feet I am not a fan of. So I might actually just take us directly down and see where we end up. Okay. You're being very, very impolite, sir. Can't you see I'm trying to work here? You're being disruptive in my work environment. I may have to contact the manager about this. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, yep. So, should we go for it? Geronimo! Boom! And we're just over there. Okay, cool. Oh, I left a load of, Oh, that's cool. I'd forgotten just how many of these guys I'd placed down and left. Oh, wow. Is it just me? Or is this doing... This is doing... I'm pretty sure this is doing more damage to me than it did before. Okay, so, come on, you. I need... Oh, God. Okay. I'm having trouble here. Come on. Probably should have gotten the diamond sword. Oh, okay. And run away. It's actually, they're spawning quite intensely in this lit up area. Last time I was down here, that was in the previous update though, before they've kind of buffed hostile creature spawning since then. But last time I was here, it really, once you lit it up, it really wasn't very dangerous at all. So this is quite interesting. I might be underprepared. We'll see. I've actually not fought a corrupted mirror before, I don't think. I don't think I actually came across one last time I was down here. Okay, cool. What I really need, though, I'm pretty sure it's the things and the corrupted layer chests that drop the recipes that I need. Beyond that, I just need corruption dust and a load of Lumite. I might as well take this diamond while I'm here. Although, diamond's another thing I wanted to actually mention just while I'm here, because I thought, you know, it's a rambly video, I guess. There is not much you can do with diamond. There's a few, there's a few techs that need it, but they usually need it in quite small quantities. You tend to get diamond in massive quantities when you find it. You know, you don't find it for a while, then you find loads. At least that's been my experience. Oh, there's a chest. Excellent. So, I think either diamond needs to be made a lot rarer, or you need to have more you can do with it. Because currently, I find it fills up my storage. I end up with loads of it. I have actually ended up in the conundrum where it was get the resources to make another architect chest, or dump some diamond. I actually... Oh, look at that, that's nice. I actually dumped a diamond. I'll tell you the truth. I actually just dumped like half a stack of diamond because I had like 300 of it and never had use for more than about, I don't know, 20 or 30. So there really needs to be more stuff we can do with diamond. There's kind of building blocks we can make with it, but honestly, I think they look good when you can find a place to use them, but they're so bright and colorful that they can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. So you kind of use them more often as accents than as a primary building block. I mean, I'm not saying that something made of diamond should be able to be a primary building block. It makes sense that it is something you use sparingly. It's just that the result of these these things leads to just not actually needing much. But what I'm hoping is that eventually we get a lot more of the kind of technology aspect of this game, because the game seems to have a kind of subtle sci-fi tinge, and it would be kind of cool if they expanded on that. And myself, I'm particularly hoping that some kind of more technological storage happens in particular. Ooh, a chest, yay. Because right now I am finding storage to be I'll take the TNT, might as well. A bit of a problem. It's just, chests are small, inventories are small. As a comparison, the Minecraft inventory is 30 blocks. The one here is like 30 as well if you include the hotbar, but at the same time you tend to need more things in your hotbar, and there's more item variety in the end as well, so you end up actually needing, I'd say this game needs an inventory of a kind of, maybe another row would make it on par for just inventory management, just because of the increased amount of different items you end up having lying around. And like, the amount of things you have isn't a problem at all. Oh, we've got a thing. Okay. Need to fight this guy. It's just that I think the inventory should be expanded to, wow. Okay. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually properly fought one. Okay, this is going to be challenging. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reclaim my touchstone guy. Yeah, I am woefully unprepared for this, but sometimes the most entertaining fight is one where you are an extreme underdog. So, have at you, sir! Ooh, got hit. So it's almost like I'm jousting with him. I've just got a rush pie, go, ha! Ooh! Ah! If I die, I can come back pretty quickly, but my first thing kill, I really want to actually just be able to pro him and just get him down. Oh yeah, okay, that was good. Oh! Oh! This is actually really tense. This is cool. I was not prepared for the amount of damage this guy was going to do. Oh, I should really have gotten more potions. Oh, wow. Okay. He isn't even... is he close to going down? Ooh, I've hit him quite a bit. I had heard that Thing's health was, like, just insanely high, but this is quite a lot. It's akin to trying to take down a trog with a wooden stick, which I have done, because when I break swords I'm lazy. Oh, ah. Oh, I thought I was cool when I killed an Arctic Miru with no armor and a wooden sword. Oh. Oh, he's almost done. I heard the special noise. Have at you! Oh. Die, you bastard! Die! Oh, wow. I thought he was... it must have been a random critical hit. Normally you only get those when you... either on first strike or when someone's about to die. Oh, this is insane. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh. Blue beacon. Ah, okay. But a diamond breastplate. That's cool. That's cool. But was not the thing we needed. Holy hell. Wow. Okay. Where'd that go? Whew. So maybe I'll see if I can get lucky of some chests then. Wow, that was cool. I'm glad I took him down though. In the first time I fought one. That's made me happy. Oh, that was intense. My heart is going crazy. That's good. I was kind of feeling like this game needs a lot of kind of tough creatures. And the things, they seem to be certainly tough. Certainly quite tough. Okay. What I should be doing really is placing some bloody extractors on these Lumite nodes. Oh. Okay. I keep on hearing a lot of really weird sound effects in the background here. And what I'm hoping is that I haven't got a YouTube video playing really quiet in the background, because I swear I just heard clapping. It's probably just a load of really weird, odd sound effects going on in the background, but it's a bit creepy. I'm pretty sure there's more going on in the sound down here than there was last time I was here. But then there's a lot of things get added to this game, like little small things you wouldn't necessarily notice each update. And they've been pretty good at that, about kind of keeping a pretty regular update schedule. I'm surprised that R30 hasn't come out already, actually, because it's been a month now since the last update. So I'm kind of anticipating that one to come out pretty soon. For all I know, it's actually just posted and it's on the Steam forums right now, and like the first people are just downloading it. That has actually happened before when I was recording a video, and I think I said something about being excited for the next update, and then when I went out of the game and was rendering the video, I'm pretty sure the update was then just done. It was like had actually been put on live while I was playing. Oh, okay. See, in a situation like this, in another game, I would be thinking that I need to really be careful and kind of turn back, but touchstones, the explorer's friend. Okay, let's see what you guys are about. I don't think I've actually killed one of you either. Oh wow, okay. Well, you're a source of corruption dust, my friend, but you are an expensive one. If I get close enough, it would be good, and I expect to actually, it would be good to see some kind of expansions on the combat mechanic here, because it seems like for Creativerse, Playful Corp really do want to make combat a much bigger focus in this game than it is in a lot of other building games, where it's just kind of almost like an afterthought. Because the combat's already kind of much more actiony, much more gamified. It feels much more like playing a standard video game than it does in a lot of these games. So it'll be interesting to see if they kind of add more things, like, you know, I see a lot of people asking for ranged weaponry of various kinds, and that would be cool. Difficult to balance right now because there's very few creatures. In fact, I don't think there's any that can launch any ranged attacks at us. So I think for that, we'd want to have a few common enemies that can attack at range, and maybe some enemies that can rush, so that you have to be careful. Because right now, if there was like a bow in the game now, it would be so easy. The combat would be too easy. So I see a lot of people asking for that, and I think, yeah, it'd be cool, but there'd need to be changes or additions to the enemies to kind of balance it, because right now it would just make the combat far too easy. Oh, come on, game. Why have you not given me a chest? Come on. Because I am not equipped well enough to kill more of those things. It will take ages. And I don't really feel like going through the effort it takes to set up some kind of killing system for them, and that I always find those to be, I do them when I really have need of a lot of resources, but if only I have need for a few things like I do now, then I actually prefer to hunt. It's just, it feels more fun. Right, so what do I need? Infused crystal. I think I might actually have some of that. Oh, I've actually for this, at least, for the Lumite mining cell, I've got what I need. So I'm going to explore on for a little bit. And I'm going to try and find that recipe, because I do want to get that recipe. But at least now I know that not all is lost if I don't find it. I don't have to worry too much about that. I can get my mining cell either way. So that's cool. Incidentally, what's the cost on the Lumite armor? Okay, yeah, get enough more corruption dust and things like that, and I'll be able to do that too. I should probably craft a few more of these, because I'm getting a bit worryingly low. I have a bad habit of just using potions when I've only got a little bit of health gone, so I should really bring in the mushrooms a little bit more. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, yes. Oh, just take it and run. Only a torn journal page, damn it. Okay. Oh, this does feel a lot more exciting than when I was down here last. A lot more dangerous. When I was down here last, I think I had a diamond sword, but I had iron armor. I wasn't particularly well equipped. I was kind of only slightly better equipped than I am now, and I honestly ran around with almost impunity. I mean, I guess I am doing that now as well, but I'm tense. Like, there's a slight ache in my shoulder blade now because it's actually tensed up because I keep on expecting to get hit by something. Whereas before, I was really relaxed. I was like, oh, this ain't nothing. So yeah, this is definitely quite cool. They've made this, just with this enemy spawn, kind of AI changes and spawning rules. It's gotten a lot better. I'm pretty sure things are supposed to kind of pursue you a little better now. And by things, I mean all creatures, not just the things that are called things. Oh god, that's going to cause a lot of confusion talking about them. Well, okay, so if I don't find it soon, I really want to find it on camera. That's the thing. And I always really wanted to find that recipe on camera. And here's the thing, when I'm doing stuff like this, I always feel like I'm being boring. That's always how I feel about it. I always feel like I'm just running around talking. How could anyone possibly be interested in this? And then people say they love it. And like in this solo Let's Play, the video where I just spent a lot of time doing this, my most watched video, and by a significant amount, like it's almost on 700 views now, which for a tiny little channel like me is pretty good. Oh, so excited there. I thought that was going to be it. Damn it. I've already got that one too. Ah. So yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes I enjoy watching videos like this, but I always feel like you need to be a lot more entertaining, and I'm not sure how entertaining I am when I speak. I guess you know, that's kind of like the kind of self-doubt that assails anyone who does a creative project, especially if it involves any kind of performative thing. You're always going to be kind of doubting yourself. And that's actually a big issue with me as well, as I believe I've mentioned. Like, I'm really into music, but I'm kind of stymied in my progress in that area just because it's so hard for me to practice or play when anyone is around. Ooh, what's going on here? Am I on the edge of the world? I am not. Okay, I'm just not going to run into that because in this update, I have heard of areas that can cause issues if you go into it like that. So I'm just going to skirt around there. I'm pretty sure if that happens, Playful Corp are able to like relocate you manually, but it's a hassle and yeah, I want to avoid that happening if I possibly can. Ooh. Now, while I'm down here, I should really grab some of the wood because I've heard that it works really well in furnaces. I've heard it kind of like goes away, like gets used quicker than coal, but also like you use more of it, I think, than you use for coal. Like maybe 2 per smithing or something like that. I don't actually know because I've done it myself. I've just been told about it. But I think it also smelts the item quicker, maybe. Ooh, chest. Damn it. Ooh, another chest. Dangerous things nearby. Okay. Okay, how are we going to get in there? Hey, and out we go. Running away. Running away. Oh, we are in Chest City. Wow. Ooh. This See, just a second. I am going to check out if it is possible to get that recipe by chest. Because if it isn't, I'm kind of wasting both of our time here. Even if I'm getting a lot of pretty cool stuff. Like, I'm kind of low on obsidian now. I need to go on a big mining expedition for it. So getting all of these extractors is really cool. Because it means I don't have to get some obsidian to get more obsidian, as it were. And I always feel like I'm cheating myself if I use the tier 1 extractors. Because I'm only getting half the obsidian per node. And that kind of means I'm limiting myself in how much obsidian I can easily get in the world. So getting all these chests kind of just brings me out of that cycle. I've got almost 100 advanced extractors. The chest loot down here is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I'll get one more chest, and then if that doesn't have the recipe, I'll check it out on the wiki. I just wanted to kind of come from an adventure because people saying that I should do some exploring kind of coincided with me wanting to just do a more laid-back video. Because I've been really heavy duty on the building recently. And, you know, sometimes it's nice to unwind and just chill out with it a little bit. Whoa! Oh, I failed to hop over him. At least I'm being good and using the mushrooms more now. I really burned through those potions too quickly at the beginning. Okay. I should put down the occasional torch so I'm not retreading old ground too much. Because I have noticed that places you haven't been to for a while they seem to spawn chests more often when you enter them. Because as far as I'm aware, the way the game works, I don't think chests can spawn too far away from you if there's no player there, because I'm pretty sure the entire world isn't loaded and active at once on the servers. That would be an immense amount of load for their server systems. But maybe there's kind of like a thing that tracks how long it's been since a particular chunk was loaded. And if it's been ages, I seem to get more chests when I go to new areas or areas I haven't been to for a while. Like, there's been a few times I've gone over to a desert that I haven't been to for, like, a couple of weeks, and then there's just, like, 3 chests in view just sitting around there, so I'm not sure how true that is, but it seems like it is. It could just be personal bias, though, because maybe the chests have been building up over time, and I just haven't been picking them up, and the ones that are near me where I'm always are, like, you know, one will appear in a couple of days, and I'll pick it up, and then a couple of days later one will appear and I pick it up, so it doesn't seem like it's as many. You know, it most likely is that in the end, but it's kind of difficult to tell. Ooh. Yeah, I hope this actually comes out as being bright enough. Might be difficult to see what I'm doing, so I should be placing more torches. I'm sorry, guys. I've been kind of thinking very much in the mind of the player rather than in the mind of the viewer while I've been doing this video. It's kind of weird that when you're making projects like this, there is definitely a difference between just how a person plays when they're not being watched to how a person plays when they're trying to actually produce content for people. And I have been being a naughty boy this time and not putting down enough torches so you guys can see. Hopefully I'll get a load more from the next chest I find. Ooh. Ah. Okay, let's check the map for a little bit of orientation. Okay, so if I go out this way, I'm going across new territory. And that's where we're most likely to find a chest or two. So, I was kind of wondering if I might get really lucky and just get it out of the first chest, but in a way it's good that I didn't, because otherwise this adventure would be cut short. And, like, if I've got a goal, I enjoy doing things much more. Like, I wouldn't, like, I don't know, I like going off adventuring when I have a thing I'm trying to find. Like, even if it's an abstract thing, if it's like, I want to find a place to build a base, it still feels better when I've got a purpose in mind than if I'm just going to go for a walk for the sake of it. Which is interesting, because in the real world, I will just go for a walk for the sake of it. I love doing that. I do it all the time. The only time I've been lost in my home city, I was on purpose. I literally just wandered around till I had no idea where I was and just used it as an excuse to go for a walk. Uh-oh. Danger, danger! No! 40 advanced extractors though in one chest. Wow. But, as I said, that chest did not have the recipe, and I'm starting to think that I did a silly and misread that you can get that recipe from chests, or maybe it's just extremely rare. So, ooh, we're at another one of... Oh, this is actually the end of the world. Or... maybe? I'm kind of close to the edge of the world, but I'm not sure. Could be. I get the feeling it might just be... that weird loading issue, though. Anyway, I am going to go and check up on the wiki about whether I can get it from the chest, because I'm having a horrible suspicion that I can't. And then I'll be back, and we'll come up with a plan. Okay, guys, see you in a minute. Okay, guys, here we are again. So, it turns out that my horrible suspicion was correct, and the chests do not give you the recipe. So, yeah, and I wasn't kind of really equipped well enough to take on the things properly, so what I've done is I've just come back here. I've got the ingredients to finally make the final mining cell, so here we go. Da-da-da-da! And it unveils the corrupt bomb. That could be useful. For one thing, it means I might be able to actually make a spawner for the things topside. That could be rather useful. Yeah, it's not too expensive to make either. Let's make one. And you get 4, like of the other potions. That's pretty cool. And I realized that, wow, that was like a 28-minute section. When I was doing that, I thought maybe I'd gotten to about 15 minutes. So I was kind of thinking, oh, okay, maybe I'll have to do a bit of building in the rest of the video just to make it not be a really short video. But wow, no, this has actually gone kind of over time, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I really hope it wasn't boring. A few of you had been asking me to do something like that, but I feel like maybe I overdid it. So yeah, if that was too much, just let me know. I lost track of time. But yeah, we've got the Lumite mining cell, so that's cool. That will have an almost infinite mining capacity for pretty much everything except the corrupt layer blocks. So that will be me kind of equipped for a while. Oh, and look at that speed. Ooh, wow. So I just had to give it a little bit of a test there. That is nice. That'll be very, very good for a few projects I've got planned. A few things that might involve some terraforming. So yeah, next video on here, I'll most likely be doing some stuff on the city project. And there will be... the next video is probably going to be a Mulberry Villa video. I've got some future ideas I want to talk to you about, but this video has already gone on far too long. So I will mention that most likely in the Mulberry Villa video, or whatever video comes out next. I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Sorry that it's such a long one. I kind of lost track of time down in the corruption. Leave any feedback you'd like if you want more videos like this, or you think this is too much and I should focus on building. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.